Alright guys, so today what I want to do for you is a review on the Fantasy Maker makeup that is hitting stores. It does every Halloween. It's by the creators of Wet n Wild. So that kind of made me raise my eyebrow. But looking at this is the one that I have. Looking at that, I just thought it was going to be a really chunky, just kind of mess of stuff. I didn't want it, you know. And so what I ended up doing was I picked up these lashes because I figured I'd have some use for them, you know, around the Halloween time. But I had always walked past these and never picked one up. Well, my mom picked one up for me. And so I have the Vampiress, or Vampiress, I don't know, I'm retarded. This is the kit I have, and I have the Mysterious eyelashes. So let's start with the eyelashes because I think that'll be kind of quick. So these are supposed to be self-adhesive eyelashes. They are not. First of all, I've already kind of played with them and messed with them. They've got a nice texture. They're not as crappy as I thought they would be. However, they are multiple bands of eyelashes glued together. I'm not sure if you can see, but all this feathering comes from the fact that it's multiple bands of eyelashes that are glued together. And so A, it has a really thick band. B, if you're not careful, you will, the way you're supposed to take eyelashes out of a case is you're supposed to put your hand on it and pull down. Well, because it's so many multiple bands, even doing it that way, you can ruin the lashes. So be very careful when you're taking them out. And lastly, this self-adhesive is total crap. This is not going to keep the eyelash on your eye. I do not remember how much I paid for these, so I will stick them on the screen. But you will have to buy some lash glue if you want to use these because it's not going to stick. And even if it did stick, it would definitely fall off your eye partway through the night. So it may stick for a little bit, but if there's a strong breeze, it's gone. So having said that, I do think they are pretty cool eyelashes. These are a little bit, these are really long, so I'm going to cut them a smidge, but I have big eyes, so most people will probably have to cut them a fair amount. With lashes big and heavy like this, don't be afraid of lash glue. The more you have, the longer they'll stay on. And so, alright. Here are the eyelashes on. They are very dramatic. Pretty much like every pair of costume lashes. They are uncomfortable. They are very hard to put on because the band is so thick. They're a little scratchy. It's just kind of the stuff that comes along. So just because they're from Wet n Wild, they're not any better than any sort of other costume eyelash. So if you like the look, you know, just know you're probably gonna have to practice when you're putting them on. You will need lash glue. Be careful with them. They will fall apart. So that's that about the eyelashes, which I'm gonna leave on, and it's gonna distract you and it's gonna distract me, and we can just be distracted together. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the Hauntingly Hip palette. So first things first, it comes with a black eyeliner. Let me put it in my waterline just for demonstration purposes. It's not the blackest black, but you know, it gets the job done. And because it stains and because it's kind of dry, I think it'll have some good lasting power for you. So not bad. You've got stencils, and this one comes with Black Widow spiders, a spider web, and just like these little designs you would put around your eye. So those are pretty cool. And now for the Fantasy Makers palette. It comes just like every Wet n Wild. It's got a little foam tip. I'm going to swatch all the colors for you. They're actually really creamy. So if you can see where I kind of stuck my finger in there, they're pretty creamy. They're not chunky at all. So this top red one is really great. It kind of looks like blood. They're all very shimmery, but the shimmer is less so once you put them on. The next one is just a very yellowy gold color. Then we have a lilac shade, which is very pretty, good for fairies and stuff like that. Then we have a brighter red color, and I'm going to actually swatch that next to the dark red. These are very similar. One of them's more of a blue tone red, one of them's more of a rusty red, but this shade and that shade are pretty similar. Next we have a very coppery shade, which I will swatch next to them as well. And it is much more coppery than red, so you can see that it is different. My last one is my favorite. It's like this dark greeny blue with blue and green and gold shimmers. It's awesome. So, but it comes off kind of black with shimmers in it. I don't know how well the shimmers are going to come across on camera. So, let's do a little trial. I guess there's this, this stencil is kind of weird to figure out. There's this little film on there that came off. I think that's just what holds everything together. And then, unfortunately, I think this is going to be very annoying. It's all a bunch of little pieces. So, and each one of these is a piece. Yes, I know I look weird right now. Like, I'm not going to do that. I think maybe the point of this was to pull it all off together so you could stick it together, but that didn't happen, and I'm not putting all of these little pieces on. I'm sorry, I love you guys, but I'm just not. A, it's not going to look good, and B, it's going to take forever. So this is a Stencil 1 fail. So let's try the spiders. So on the back, the instructions say, to apply stencil, peel off plastic backing from stencil and apply stencil to desired body part. Press gently to firmly adhere to skin. So we are going to peel off the plastic backing. And so if you peel off the back, you're left with the black, and then there's a plastic thing on it. So you've got 3 layers, and I just may be too retarded to figure out the proper way to use this. I may be a chemist, but that doesn't mean I am not foiled by everyday tasks. So again, put this stencil on. And now I'm going to use the black that I really like from this, and I'm going to try and use their applicator. And I'm going to pat this on and see how it goes. Alright, and it says to let it dry before you take the stencil off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a setting powder and I'm going to powder over it so that I can take it off. Now for the big reveal. Alright, so we have the basics of a spider. It bled around the areas where the stencil didn't stick very well. And I don't know, I still think it probably would have been better to just draw a spider on by hand. Alright, second stencil, less of a fail than the first one, but still maybe not worth the effort. Alright guys, we're going to try the last stencil, because I am all about thorough reviews for you. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to peel off the white and leave all the little black pieces on, so that I think the purpose of the top film is to keep all the little pieces in place before you put it on your skin. The problem is that they stick to the backing more than they stick to the clear adhesive. Alright, that took me a good 5 minutes. I didn't keep all of the little pieces in there, but I kept a lot of them, so, you know, go me. I don't think this is kind of gonna sit where my eyelashes are, so I'm gonna take these bad boys off. I'm seeing problems with the design, whereas I'm not gonna like stick it on my eye, so now I have to kind of cut it. Alright, so a large amount of the design is just ruined from sticking to the wrong thing, but I still want to kind of give it a try. You can't hate things you don't try. Going to, yeah, oh, little pieces aren't sticking very well. They're kind of coming off with my finger. So this is what's got on this side. A lot of the issues I think are coming from the fact that the stencil just, I mean, I have pieces of stencil everywhere. Stuck to my vanity, stuck to the plastic, stuck to the back. You know, it's just, it was a good idea, but the execution just didn't come across. I just wanted to point out really quick, this sat for 5-10 minutes. I had powdered it, and still with my finger I was just able to completely smudge it. So these creams don't set very well. See on my arm how they're just going all over the place? They do stain. I've just taken a makeup wipe and kind of gone over it. So they are gonna stain a little bit. Something else you might want to know. They don't seem to stain on the face, but I did have foundation on, so it probably won't stick, but on bare skin they do stain a little bit. So I hope that was helpful for any of you guys who have been considering it, and if you have any questions, comments, whatever, make sure to put it down below. Give me a thumbs up if you found this helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!